Today, we're diving into a sweetener that's popping up just about everywhere, monk fruit. We're going to break down what's a proven fact versus what's just a promising claim, and see what the science really has to say about this popular sugar alternative. Look, we're all on the hunt for that magic bullet, right? The dream of enjoying something sweet without the calories, without that dreaded blood sugar spike. Monk fruit seems to promise exactly that. But is it really the perfect solution we've been waiting for? Let's take a closer look. So, before we get into all the health claims, let's go back to the very beginning. What exactly is this fruit, and where did it come from?
Monk fruit, or luo hanguo as it's also called, is this small, melon-like fruit that's native to Southeast Asia. It's even got the nickname Buddha fruit, which kind of gives you a hint about its long and pretty interesting history in that part of the world. For literally centuries, monk fruit was a go-to ingredient in traditional Chinese medicine. But its journey has been a long one, taking it from ancient remedies all the way to modern kitchens. Today, it's actually approved by the FDA for use as a food sweetener around the globe.
So, what makes it so sweet? You'd probably guess it's the same kind of natural sugar you'd find in, say, an apple or an orange. But this is exactly where monk fruit completely changes the game. Okay, here's the key thing to understand. Most fruits get their sweet taste from natural sugars like fructose and glucose. Monk fruit is totally unique. Its sweetness comes from a special kind of antioxidant called a Mogroside. And that single difference is what makes it a zero-calorie sweetener. And those Mogrosides, they are incredibly powerful. We're talking about a final extract that can be anywhere from 100 to 250 times sweeter than regular old table sugar. It's so intense that you only need a tiny, tiny amount. So how do you get from a fruit to that powder on the shelf? Well, first, the fruit is crushed to get all the juice out. Then, the seeds and skin are removed. Next, and this is the most critical step, the super sweet Mogrosides are separated from the rest of the juice, which takes the fructose and glucose out of the equation. Finally, that pure extract is dried into the concentrated powder we're all familiar with. This whole unique process leads us right to one of monk fruit's biggest selling points, that it can help with weight management. But does the science actually back that up? The logic here is pretty straightforward. Because all those sugars are removed during processing, the final product has 0 calories, 0 carbohydrates, and 0 impact on your blood sugar levels. So for anyone counting calories or carbs, this seems like a no-brainer swap. And, there's some evidence from the bigger picture to support this idea. Research on other low-calorie sweeteners does suggest that swapping out sugar can be a pretty useful strategy for managing weight, mainly because you're cutting your overall calorie intake. However, and this is a really important however, we have to be super clear on one point. As of right now, there are no scientific studies that have looked directly at monk fruit sweetener and its effect on weight loss in people. So while the idea makes sense, it hasn't been scientifically proven for this specific product. Okay, so moving beyond the whole zero-calorie appeal, researchers are also digging into whether those unique Mogrosides might offer some other cool health benefits. Remember those Mogrosides? Well, in lab studies, these compounds have shown some pretty powerful antioxidant properties. This research suggests they might help fight off damage from harmful molecules in the body and could even help protect our DNA. But you guessed it, here's that crucial distinction again. These are really promising findings from lab settings. We just don't have the studies on humans yet to confirm that we get these exact same benefits when we actually eat monk fruit sweetener. Now, the case for using it to help manage diabetes is a bit stronger. First, there's the obvious. No carbs, no sugar means it's not going to raise blood sugar levels. But beyond that, a 2019 study in rats found that Mogrosides actually improved their insulin sensitivity, which means their bodies got better at managing blood sugar. And as promising as this is, and it really is exciting, the same rule applies. While that rat study is a great start, this research really needs to be done in humans to understand its full potential for helping with diabetes. Okay, we've looked at where it comes from, the science behind its sweetness, and the potential benefits. Let's pull this all together and land on a final verdict. So let's weigh the two sides. The pros are crystal clear. It's natural, it's FDA approved, it has 0 calories, and it won't spike your blood sugar. But the caveats are just as important to keep in mind. The biggest health claims aren't actually proven in humans yet, and you have to watch out for products that mix it with other sweeteners. At the end of the day, we just need more long-term studies. So, is monk fruit the future of sweetness?
It's a really promising natural tool, especially for anyone who needs to manage their blood sugar. But it's not a magic bullet. The real takeaway here is that it's another solid option to have in your sugar alternative toolbox. The question isn't whether it's perfect, but really, given what we know right now, where does it fit into your diet?